Coach, this was a 2-point game going into the fourth quarter. How do you think you were able to pull it out?
You got to handle the ebbs and flows of the game. I thought our guys did an excellent job, going into the second quarter, really executing the game plan, really being diligent, in their responsibilities. So we had a double-digit lead going into the third quarter. They're kids. They did kid things, and they just really let their guard down. And not to mention them being kids, but they're young men. But Wilson's an outstanding program. So you knew that they were going to take their punch. But I thought that we showed extreme maturity, being able to bounce back in the fourth and putting the game out of hand.
How valuable has Cruz been this season? I mean, that's been a big addition. Earlier starting, now he's coming off the bench, but he scores, he rebounds, he plays a lot bigger than he is. He has length for his size. I mean, he's been quite an X factor for you.
And well, you don't come here and they call you the La Sensacion for no reason. He's the sensation down in the DR, and he's just an outstanding basketball player. It's 8 months that he's been here. He's getting acculturated. He's growing in confidence. He's always been an outstanding three-point shooter. But could you imagine coming from another country and you come here and your first experience playing basketball is Reading High? He couldn't get a gym with 500 people or 250. He had to get one with 1,100. And as ruckus as it is here. So he just had to make his adjustments, and I think the more and more he gets adjusted, you can see his confidence growing, and he's the most humble of the humble of the humble. He's never too high, never too low, no game situation, really frazzles him at all.
How big of an advantage do you guys have playing here at the Geigel?
The Geigel, man. First of all, people are in awe when they come in. It's an experience, and that's why always in the huddles I always say, welcome to the Geigel. Because it's a blessing just to say that you played here. So that's a couple points to us, that you came to our castle. In addition, there's no fan like ours. Our cheerleaders telling you to get your hat, coat, and leave. Man, that's rough. That's all part of the experience. And I love it. I wouldn't give it up for the world. Our guys they enjoy it. They know how to play in big environments at all times, and to grow up at Reading High. Lonnie Walker said something a long time ago. He said, if you want to be the king, you got to go through the castle, and this is where it's at.
This was senior night. Can you put into words what this senior class means to you?
They really don't have a word. Senior night to me is like, what it really triggers is like the season's now begun. Those gentlemen have done a great job setting another foundation. They have respected the past, but really focused on where they were going. They learned from the Tyree Gibson, the Lonnie Walkers, the Kyrie Morris, the Damon Stearns, the Wesley Butlers, the Xavier Starkses and R.J. Dixons. They learned from all those guys, and they just continue to build upon that. You really got to respect the way that they honor, their brothers from the past. And all those guys, as we continue to climb the mountain, which never has a pinnacle, they died at a point in the mountain, and those guys have followed their path and just blazed theirs, from there.
I wish the fans could see them off the court, because we know how good they are at basketball, but this senior class, I have to say, talking to them, doing as many interviews as I do, they are great kids, very polite, well-spoken, fun to be around. How much do you enjoy coaching them?
It's not coaching. It's just, I'm just here. I got the best seat in the house. You got Miles Gray, you got Ruben. Amir doesn't say too much unless he wants to talk crap. What I mean? Adis talks too much. Yadiel don't say a word. He's not. But these guys. They just show up at your house. You're just sitting there enjoying yourself, and boom, they just make your couch all of a sudden uncomfortable. It's like it's true family. It's not like it is true family. And there's nothing we won't do for each other. We got each other's back through and through smiles, through smiles and tears and everything. I love these guys.
Last thing, we were just talking about potential seeds for the upcoming tournament, but how competitive do you think the county playoffs are going to be this season? A lot of good teams out there.
I'm rooting for the Red Knights. So, Berks County is just in an outstanding place. You know what I mean? I remember the days, leaving Hershey Arena and it's 2 mid-Penn teams in the district final. We're getting waxed in the first round of, Berks County never made it out of the first round of states. And
It's JV game went to overtime and it was senior night, so the third shift call.
Yeah, the third shift call.
It's being made.
We spend many nights, on the third shift, but I love what Berks County is, and there's a high level competition. Everybody's playing hard, but as I said before, man, I love seeing the influence that Reading High basketball has, on the area. Basketball started here, so it's just awesome to be a part of.
Well, appreciate your time and good luck the rest of the way.
Awesome, thank you.